Hi, it's Steve Sorensen at Phillips Chevrolet in Frankfort, Illinois. Today, I've had a lot of people that have talked to me about gear ratios on trucks and what kind of towing capacity these trucks have. It's very important for someone who's going out and look for a new truck to pay attention to not only the engine size, but also the gear ratio that goes along with the truck. You've heard of gear ratio. It's got a 308 gear, it's got a 342 gear, it's got a 372 gear, it's got a 410 gear. What that means is this, some of you already know this, but for the people who don't know what a gear ratio is, what it is basically the number of times your drive shaft goes around. So if you have a 3.42 gear ratio, what it is, it's 3.42 revolutions per one revolution of your tire. Okay? So the more often that drive shaft goes around to turn that wheel one time, the more pulling power your truck's got. So we've got, in our Silverado lineup, we have a V6 that has a 342 gear ratio and a 323 gear ratio. The 342 gear ratio is going to obviously pull more than the 323 gear ratio because the engines were moving the drive shaft around more to turn that wheel one time around. For example, in my V8 engine, the 5.3 V8 engine, it's got a 308 and it's got a 342 gear ratio. A 308 gear ratio is going to pull about 6,500 pounds. You get a 342 gear ratio, it's going to move it up to around 9,500 pounds. Because that drive shaft goes around more often to turn those wheels around once. Now also in a four-wheel drive vehicle, when you change your four-wheel drive from 2 high to 4 high, it's the same gear ratio. But when you turn it from 2 low or from 2 high to 4 low, you've got to put the vehicle in neutral and roll the vehicle very slowly so the entire gear ratio changes in the rear end of the vehicle. So when you're doing, I don't know the gear ratio of the 4 low, but I have an idea she's probably 6 or 7 or 8 to 1. So when you put it in 4 low, your top speed of your car is maybe 30-35 miles an hour, but you've got incredible pulling power to get that tree stump out of the ground because that drive shaft's spinning around 7 times or 8 times, whatever, to get that wheel to turn around one time. So it's very important to pay attention to what gear you're buying because sometimes you can buy a V6 with a 342 gear ratio and it might not pull as much as a V8 with a 308 gear ratio. If you have any questions on anything, my name is Steve Sorensen at Phillips Chevrolet in Frankfort. My phone number is 815-469-2323, extension 398. Appreciate your time. Have a great day.